There's no such thing as a Klopp era. There's no such thing as a Liverpool era.
We got guys like Mo Salah going to Old Trafford, obliterating Manchester United on a daily basis.
Trent got what he wanted and said, you know what, I'm going to go to a bigger football club.
Liverpool finishing 15th in the Premier League will not happen.
Welcome to Settle It, the show where we go head to head to decide football's greatest debates once and for all. And today we've got one of the greatest rivalries in English football history. We've got Liverpool versus Manchester United. Representing for Liverpool, we have FNG.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. And representing for Manchester United, we have Culture Cams.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. All right, we're going to kick off with FNG first. Why are you representing Liverpool?
Liverpool fan since '03. Michael Owen, favourite footballer. We don't need to talk about that, where he went afterwards, but literally Luis Garcia, Fernando Morientes, John Arne Riise, these were my guys growing up.
All right, Culture Cams, what is your reason for representing Manchester United?
It's similar reasons, to be fair. Started supporting United around 02, 03 as well. His is Owen, mine is Ruud van Nistelrooy, you know what I mean? So I grew up on that era, you know, seeing all the legends, of course, Man United winning trophies. And, you know, it's good for once not to be, I know the comments are going to say London United fan, but hey, we got a London Liverpool fan, you know what I mean? So it's lovely.
Yeah.
All right, things are already spicing up on just the intros. But we want some stats to back that. So FNG, seeing as Liverpool are the current champions, give us some stats.
I mean, it's simple, man. Like, the reality is, Liverpool are better right now. Like, we can't argue that. We can't argue that,
Okay.
straight off the bat. We've won more trophies than you in our history.
Yeah.
So in history, we're better than you. And right now, we're better than you. From start to finish, bro. You had a great time during your childhood. I did not, yeah. But across the entire thing, 69 trophies to 68, we've finally overtaken you again.
One trophy, just one? Just one?
One that's
Okay.
all that matters, man.
Okay.
One is all that matters. In recent history, we've got guys like Mo Salah going to Old Trafford, obliterating Manchester United on a daily basis. You know, since like the start of 2020s, Mo Salah is the 7th highest goal scorer at Old Trafford. He plays for Liverpool, bro. That doesn't even make sense across a 5-6 year period. That's nuts. This is simple stuff.
I understand what he's saying. Of course, you lot are better right now. But as you said, your childhood, right? You've got one more trophy than us. Just one. Just one more trophy. But I know the stress that we put you through your childhood. You know what it was like growing up as a Liverpool fan around Manchester United, right? But the thing is, the question is, who's the bigger club, right? Is the biggest club just defined by who has one more trophy? Because if it's on any other metric, revenue, stadium, fan base, it's Manchester United. It's social media clicks, if you want to go that, social media following, anything which actually defines large, which defines size, quantity. Man United blow Liverpool out the water. It is just a reality. It's Man United, Real Madrid, and Barcelona. That's category A. And then you've got Liverpool and Bayern Munich.
Is it?
It's like, yo, okay, you know, we're eating off this table. You know, we'll chuck you some. You know what I mean? We'll chuck you the scraps.
See,
That's what it is.
I'm hearing stuff about social media. I'm hearing stuff about followers, but Mo Salah's got more followers than Manchester United's entire club, bro.
Egyptian.
So that doesn't
king,
even
have a
really.
big comeback
Does
on
that
that one.
even
Egyptian
really
king.
make sense?
Is
We've
that
got
stem
one-
from Liverpool though? Is that a Liverpool thing, or is that the fact that he's the face of Egypt? He's the face of the Arab world.
Stems from him being one of the biggest players in the world, playing for one of the biggest clubs in the world and the biggest club in England, bro.
So if you're talking about players, you don't want to have that discussion with Man United. If you're talking about the players, who birthed Cristiano, the biggest footballer in the history of football? Where did that stem from? You're talking about you're talking about Mo Salah. Mo Salah, great guy, great dude. You ain't Cristiano Ronaldo. And you know that. You know that, FNG.
Are you sure? What, in the
You
Premier
know that.
League? Are you sure?
What do you mean by that?
FNG, what's your comeback on that?
I'm not even sure about Cristiano Ronaldo. Obviously, Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest of all time.
Okay.
Let's not fool around,
Yes.
yeah? I can understand that, that's calm.
Yeah.
Most of that legacy built at Real Madrid, though, realistically.
Was it?
If we're
Was it?
talking about overall peak of career, man, what, you got 2 years of that, I would say, at Manchester United, the final 2 years he was at United.
What did he
So if we're
pick up?
talking about like a Premier League 11, for example,
Yeah.
Mo Salah's been doing this since, what, 2018, 2019?
That's good, yeah, 100%. No, Salah, the thing is, Mo Salah's got the longevity, but who's the last man to win a Ballon d'Or? Oh, actually, it was Rodri, but Cristiano Ronaldo in 2008. If you're talking about Mo Salah, you're talking about Ronaldo. Still to this day, Liverpool fans, just the other day, the Ballon d'Or list came out, Dembele won it. All I saw on social media is Liverpool fans crying, oh, Mo Salah, why did he win it? We don't have to have that discussion because we have winners. You know what I mean? We have winners. And actually, if you want to talk about legacies of players, if we're talking about the Ballon d'Or, if we're talking about that level of pinnacle player, Dennis Law, Ballon d'Or winner at Manchester United. Bobby Charlton, Ballon d'Or winner at Manchester United. George Best, Ballon d'Or winner at Manchester United. Cristiano Ronaldo, that's 4. 6 players have won the Ballon d'Or when playing their football in England. 4 of them, no, 7 of them, sorry. 4 of them played for Manchester United at that time. We put people on a global pedestal. Liverpool don't.
That's amazing for individuals, but we're not just individuals, bro. We win stuff as a team. 6 European trophies, bro. 6 Champions Leagues in essence, obviously European Cup at the time. You can't chat to us when it comes to European glory. You can chat to us when it comes to Ballon d'Or winners, that's absolutely fine. We have what Michael Owen, safe.
Did he deserve to win that one? That's another discussion.
That's a debate for another day, and I won't back him because he played for Manchester United.
Hey, we're going to talk about that too.
Maybe you can hit him with your front three.
Boy, this front three, man. Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, Bobby Firmino.
Legendary.
The goal scoring record that they have, Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez, and Cristiano Ronaldo is probably one of the best front threes that we've seen.
The best.
One of.
The best.
It's up there, sort of.
The
It's kind
best.
of up there.
You think?
The goals comparison is not looking great.
The thing about it though,
Especially when 2 of them are strikers.
Is it all about goals? Is it all about goals? It's about what you're going to do to win your team trophies, right? Mo Salah, Mane, and Firmino, 1 Prem between them, right? Carlos Tevez, he was only here for 2 years. We won two Premier Leagues off the rip. Rooney and Ronaldo, that partnership, we know what they did, 3-peats. It's, you know what I mean? We done a Champions League as well, which you're talking about. So in terms of what they did, that collective, talking about destruction, everything about Liverpool is always longevity, but it's not enough trophies in the time. Us, we win, short peak, if you want to call it a short peak, but we get it done.
You know we've won more trophies than you again. I just want to go back to that point again. We
no,
have one more.
One more trophy, one more trophy. And look, you're saying you got six Champions Leagues. Now listen, I agree, Manchester United as a football club, 3 is not enough for the size of our club.
It's nowhere near, man.
But the reality is, right, the reason why we're the bigger club than you guys is, and you should know this, right? Yes, there was English football, there was the English division, but the Premier League really is what sparked the global push for the English football. That's where it was. In 1992, when Premier League and the media rights and everything came across Sky, all of that, propelled English football, we were winning things. And that's why our fan base is much larger. That's why our global influence is much bigger. Despite you guys winning more trophies, you missed out on a golden era of globalization. Chelsea capitalized on it, Arsenal capitalized on it, and Man United dominated it. You guys missed out, man. I'm sorry, that's just the reality. You guys not winning the Premier League until 2020, till 2020. This is why you guys are the smaller club.
Listen, we can all
13 of them things, man. 13.
We can all go through little 20-year periods of like our entire football club's lifespans. You got lucky. You know, as in you were amazing during that time, of course. But you got lucky in the time that you did it.
Yes, that's
you chose a good time to be good.
Yes.
And now we're taking that on now. You guys have done your thing. And you're 15th in the league and stuff like that now.
Yeah.
We're just gonna keep this moving forward. We're gonna carry on what you...
That's debatable. That's debatable. There's no guarantee that that's the case. Your golden period, I'm telling you this right now. Yes, you have Arne Slot, good manager, but your golden period, I'm telling you, was Jurgen Klopp. And he left with 1 Premier League. Just 1. There's no such thing as a Klopp era. There's no such thing as a Liverpool era. It was Pep Guardiola and Man City's era. You guys were just participants in it. Manchester United have had multiple eras. 3-peat in the 90s up to 2000. three-peat in the 2000s. We dominated. Look at the chart. Look at the Premier League chart from 92. It's red and it's blue. And then, there's Blackburn and there's Liverpool. There's those little teams picking up the scraps. But in terms of dominant era, you cannot say there was a period where Liverpool have dominated anything in the last 30 years. Can you say that?
We're doing recent. Like we're doing
talk.
one small part of all football in history.
The biggest part. It's the biggest part. It is the biggest part. Like, this is the part which defined English football. It was from 92. It was from 92. Why don't we talk about Dixie Dean? Why don't we talk about all these players? But we don't. We talk about Alan Shearer.
They originate football, bro. Do you know what I mean? These are just as important times. When Liverpool were dominating in the 70s and the 80s, this is just as, like, yes, cool, revenue financially.
It helps.
What does that do for you, bro?
It helps push your fan base. Fan base is what defines big, right? It defines big. You go to Africa, you go to all these places, you go to Asia. It's united. It's united.
Suffering.
Yeah, we're suffering, but we'll be back.
Suffering.
You were suffering too.
You were suffering definitely a heated opener for sure. But we are going to get even more fiery because stats only tell half the story. So now let's move on to round 2, which is hot takes.
Okay.
Culture Cams, let's kick off with you.
Ooh, hot take. Okay, cool. You know, when you think about Liverpool, right, you think about, obviously, it's a great club. Winning, okay, you can say winning, of course. Yeah, similarly. But what is it about Liverpool what is the thing that Liverpool have done in football history that is as special as creating what Manchester United have in Carrington in terms of the class of 92, in terms of making 6-7 academy boys go to the top of the game? Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, Nicky Butt, Neville brothers, David Beckham, going on to win Champions Leagues, going on to dominate the Premier League thoroughly through the academy. And then you go further back, George Best, Bobby Charlton, guys that have come through Manchester United Academy. What Man United have produced in terms of from a global scale, straight from the academy, is like no other. Have Liverpool as a football club done something as special as that from within?
I like the sort of the storyline of kind of, it's guys from Manchester, it's guys through the youth academy, and it does defo create a culture for sure. But I would argue Liverpool have been just as good at like creating players, not necessarily from our area and through the youth academy. Yeah, to win. Ooh. Yeah, like we are
to win.
Gerrard, how many did he win?
Oh, we're talking like academy. I'm talking about like actually taking players that aren't known necessarily and building them into. I'm not talking. If we're talking youth academy, like in terms of silverware, I don't know if there's many clubs that can compete with Manchester United, Barcelona probably as well. Yeah, Barcelona are better.
But you know what it is? Because we do it from within, is what I'm saying. Not only is it the names that I mentioned of the class of 92, there's other players that contribute. The Darren Fletchers and these type of players, they came from the academy to the John O'Shea's.
About Nicky Butt.
The John O'Shea's. What are you talking about? These are your Jordan Hendersons. These are your type of players that you lot were championing all the time. These are the players that you lot. These are yours to Darren Fletchers.
He's absolutely insane.
Started in the Champions League final. Played when Roy Keane and Paul Scholes are out. Nicky Butt, absolute masterclass in that midfield. Won the Champions League with Nicky Butt in the midfield. So you can't disrespect a player like Nicky Butt.
I cannot believe the disrespect that I'm hearing.
About what?
Jordan Henderson and Nicky Butt.
Is there much difference between the players in terms of the quality? I don't think so.
Absolutely.
I don't think so.
We're still seeing Jordan Henderson ping balls over the top and slap you guys up for Brentford 5 years later.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
The quality levels there are completely different.
But what I was saying is, you can say, we built some players up, but I feel like every club gets some players from obscurity and stuff and build them up. We grabbed Chicharito from Mexico and, he was scoring important goals in the title-winning teams. But the thing is, we have something from within. For me, academy matters when you're talking about huge football clubs. I feel like Real Madrid, the only exception where first of all, Real Madrid in terms of selling their academy is one of the best in the world. But in terms of promoting, maybe they're not the greatest. But for me, a big club has to have a rich history of winning with their academy.
What about Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Liverpool, one-offs, you know what I mean? One-offs. That's one-off.
And look
what Trent did. You know what I mean? One-off, Trent got what he wanted and said, you know what, I'm going to go to a bigger football club, And that's what he's gone off to do.
I'm not having this.
What about
I
what
just
he delivered
don't.
at Liverpool?
Huh?
Hit him with a comeback. What about what he delivered at Liverpool?
I
for
just
you
don't
guys?
feel like, I mean, look, listen, an academy and having like a nice storyline and having this like nice sort of love arc of like you've got youth academy grads is great, but you can still be a massive club. You
Yep.
can still be the biggest club in the world and create those players slightly differently.
Yep.
Just because a guy came from a next academy when he was 18 and performed for us does not mean he's not as big of a success story as a guy that came through your youth academy.
Yep.
And like you said, Trent Alexander-Arnold, yeah, I know he went to Real Madrid. But Cristiano Ronaldo went to Real Madrid. He went to a bigger club as well.
He's not
Do you know
from
what I'm
the
saying?
academy, you know. He's not
It
from the
doesn't
academy.
matter, bro. He still
turned his
saw
back.
you as a stepping stone.
He turned his back on you guys, you know. He turned and he left for free. Do you know what we got? World record fee.
Let's talk about some
He left for
trebles.
free.
What about the trebles that the club's delivered?
You ain't got treble.
Two of them.
You got treble? What treble?
Two of them. In the 70s, we won the European Cup, won the Premier League and won the League Cup.
Surely
what
that
is-
was
doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
Mickey Mouse trebles.
Oh,
That's
here
what-
we go,
that's what
man.
real
Here
treble-
we go.
Real football
Here we go,
trebles.
man. It's
Well,
still-
don't tell me you were about to say the UEFA Cup one in the
Do you understand how
2001.
difficult it is to win the Worthington Cup, bro? This is serious
my God.
business.
You talking about the one that got Owen the Ballon d'Or,
Nah,
right?
the
That
main, the
little
main,
one.
the main trouble is obviously the one that we won in the 70s. Yeah,
Yeah.
We won one in 2000, 2001. It was the UEFA Cup. Realistically,
Not
yeah.
the real treble though. You know that. Only Man City again can say they've won a real treble. Man United won the real one, and we're the first club in England to do so. Again, this is history. This is things that you cannot forget. And in the manner that we did it, absolutely iconic. You think about that night against you think in Barcelona against Bayern. Think about the FA Cup. Of course, we won
I
the
would say
Premier
that's probably
League.
the second best comeback in a Champions League final.
Arguable, it could be the best. We did it in such quick fashion. We did it.
What, you want to say that's better than Istanbul?
You lot should have lost like 6-3 that game anyway.
But we didn't.
You
A,
should have.
we didn't.
Us,
Doesn't matter. But B, just isn't a better comeback realistically.
It's
you know?
debatable, surely.
Have
That's
you
a
seen?
debate.
Have you seen the AC Milan squad that we were up against?
It was iconic.
That's one of the best squads that has existed since like the start of the 80s.
But you know what takes a stain off it a little bit? That you
We
played
had
them.
Jimmy Traore playing, I hear
You
it, I
played
hear
them
it.
2 years later and they beat you. You know what I mean? They beat you convincingly. So it kind of takes a sting off. You got a rematch.
Oh,
and
you've lost to
they beat
Bayern
you.
since
You know
then.
what I mean?
It doesn't
Not in a
matter.
final. Not in a
It-
final.
it's-
They beat you 2 years later in the rematch. So for me, it took a little bit of sting off that Istanbul moment. You know what I mean? Because if you guys hadn't played them again, then it would have hurt them forever. But now they can walk away and just be like, it was just a little blip. You know, them guys, it was a blip. Now when we're serious, beat them.
I've never heard anyone say that
comfortably.
before in my entire
Hey,
life, by the
listen,
way.
that's how I see it. Now, okay, I got one more question for you, right?
hit me.
Have you guys got a figurehead at your football club as iconic and great as Sir Alex Ferguson? You haven't.
We have.
Who?
Bill Shankly.
Really?
Yes.
With Sir Alex Ferguson? Bill Shankly is a great. I like him actually, to be fair. But Sir Alex, you know Sir Alex Ferguson since 1986 has still from Sir Alex Ferguson's era to from 1986 and Liverpool 1986 to now, Sir Alex Ferguson alone has won more trophies than Liverpool in that whole period. You know that? 38 trophies.
He's not bad. He's not a bad manager. I'll give you that still.
Have you got a stronger comeback
I'll,
than that?
I'll be honest.
He's the
as
GOAT.
far as Sir Alex
Say he's the
Ferguson
GOAT.
is
Say he's the
concerned-
GOAT. Is he the GOAT? Admit it. Come on. Admit he's the GOAT.
I don't think he is.
Who's the GOAT? Don't say Pep because he was bullying Klopp. Be honest. Think about the person that was making you cry when you were in school.
He was not making me
It was
cry.
Sir Alex Ferguson.
I just want to let everybody know.
He was making you
I just
cry.
want to you've got
Think
so
about-
much juice because of the childhood thing. That's the problem. You can play off my childhood trauma. It's so dark, but
childhood
I'm just gonna have to play off your trauma now.
If
Yeah,
we
look, Sir
bring
Alex
it-
Ferguson is realistically like probably the best manager of all time. Let's be 100% honest here.
Raised here. Not born
Born,
here.
I was gonna
Not
say,
born
let's
here,
calm
but
down a little
raised
bit.
here. You're talking about, building up Mo Salahs and stuff, but Ferguson, Aberdeen, took him from Aberdeen, stuck with him in the tough times. Tough time, 1986, didn't win nothing until 1992 in terms of the league. And he goes on to be the GOAT. That's Man United raised. You know, it's different, man. This club has got a different juice compared to everyone else.
That's
That's history.
Debatable,
Obviously,
debatable.
That's history. Strong point there. But if we bring it to current times, what are we saying about this current era now?
Let's talk about the right here and the right now. Again, small sample size, yeah, but Liverpool finishing 15th in the Premier League will not happen. I'm telling you that for facts. That won't happen.
Don't ever say it, trust me.
It won't happen in the future, bro. 15th in the league and still being down in those parts is absolutely crazy. And even if we don't just talk about current times, like right now this season, we're talking about Klopp era, Firmino, Salah, Mane. Best front three in Premier League history. It just is, that's my hot take. It is. You guys can talk about Rooney, Ronaldo, Tevez. Ronaldo is one of the greatest footballers of all time. Again, like I said, I feel like you kind of fed him up a little bit and was like, yeah, man, you go Real Madrid and you succeed. That was your role in that, do you know what I'm saying? Tevez, baller, Rooney, one of the best English players of all time. But as a front three, as a collective, it does not get better than Sadio Mane, Firmino, and Mo Salah, bro. The goal scoring record is absolutely outrageous across 5 seasons. Unfortunately, they had to go up against the Manchester City super team. You didn't have that during your era.
We had a Chelsea super team
that won 2 titles. That was good for 2, like,
dominated.
3 seasons.
We were going up
You were
against
against
iconic
Blackburn
players.
and these guys, man.
Look at that. We were going up against
Blackburn, Villa in the early 90s, man. There
That
was
Chelsea-
no one there for you.
That Chelsea era, you're looking at the Arsenal era as well. Arsenal, you're telling me you got Thierry Henry, you're telling me Dennis Bergkamp, Robert Pires, all these legends.
Arsenal people
and then
lasted like 4 years, man.
They went
Max, like 3 maybe.
But that's because we always suppressed. We suppressed the rival. You know what I mean? You guys couldn't do that. Even when you went and won the league, you went and let the ball slip literally the next season. You guys should have dominated for a while. Once you won in 1920, you should have dominated for a while. And you went and let Man City come back and do it again. That Klopp era, yes, you're talking about that front three, which is great. They are a great front three. But if you go player for player, our front three is better, first and foremost. And secondly, they won more. They won more. Even if it was in a short time, they won more. You know what I mean? They won the bigger things in a quicker time span, and that's just the reality. All right, you're talking about your front three. What about your defense? What about your defense? Have you guys ever produced anything, a partnership, like Nemanja Vidic and Rio Ferdinand? Clean sheet, longest record in terms of longest minutes in terms of conceding a goal. Rio Ferdinand and Vidic from 2006 to 2014. How many titles they won in that period?
Vidic.
You guys haven't.
Vidic is a tricky one. You know that, you know.
No, it's
you
not.
kind of know that, man. You know when Fernando Torres was going.
That was nice.
Up against Vidic, man. It was like a bit of a. Rio Ferdinand class.
Yeah.
Absolutely calm. But
and that's the goal.
We can talk about Liverpool centre backs and Virgil van Dijk.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
Alan Hansen.
Yeah.
Like our centre backs during the 70s and 80s were incredible. Better than Ferdinand and Vidic, man.
Definitely getting heated.
No.
Alan Hansen changed centre backs forever, bro. First ball playing centre back.
Rio modernised what centre backs look like. Van Dijk is doing everything that Rio was doing and getting all the props for it. I can't believe it.
That's crazy. Van Dijk is a better centre back than Rio Ferdinand.
All right, guys, it's definitely getting heated in here, and you guys have got some really strong points that you're getting across to each other. How you feeling?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel good.
Feeling fired up?
Yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready to battle again.
Ready for round 3?
Let's go.
I know one thing that's coming. I feel like something's coming.
I know something. You've discussed something already. I know it's going to hit me in the face.
Go.
All right, now for round 3, we're going to go for flip the facts. So I'm going to provide some unfavourable facts, and you guys are going to flip it with something more favourable. You're ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's get these facts in. All right, first one. Biggest gap blown in a title race, biggest bottlers. This is to you, SNG. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're
talking
about.
In 2018-19, Liverpool got 97 points, but still lost the title to City by 1 point. What is your favourable comeback on that?
I think this is what I'm talking about when we talk, like when I'm saying like super teams, that we've actually had to go up against. These guys never had to. They didn't even get to 97 points. That is insane. Like, I think since the Man City era, there's like a few seasons where you wouldn't win the league, but up to that point, you win the league with that every single time around. Manchester United's highest in the league is what, like 91?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So we're kind of slapping it out of the water. We didn't even win the league. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're having to go up against. I hear it, man. We should have won more titles, realistically. We're 1 point behind Manchester City in the league twice. That's rough, that's hard, that's difficult, yeah? But this is what we had to face. You guys winning leagues on like 80 points. It's calm. You got lucky in the era that you were in. There wasn't that sort of super team that you had to go up against.
But listen, no team in English history has finished with that many points without winning the league.
But that's not, I don't see how that's a testament to us.
Yeah, but the thing
That's
is-
not my fault. That's not Liverpool's fault.
But
you know
what
I'm
it
saying?
comes down to, though, right, is 97 points. I'm not going to disrespect it. That's unbelievable, right? That title race was
Crazy.
ridiculous, right? I'm going to be honest with that. It doesn't mean you're made. It doesn't mean because you got. It doesn't mean because you got 97 points. It means it's better than the previous United teams. That's one thing. But I know you guys got 97. City got 98. But what was the key moment of that season? What does it come down to? It was Liverpool v Man City.
Playing Man City.
And you lost. You lost. If you didn't lose, maybe you would have won the title.
It's fine margins,
It's
man.
fine
It was
margins,
literally
but you
that
lost.
little,
it is that.
that little
It
goal
is.
line technology,
But
man.
as always, Man City understand that little moment, and Liverpool just don't seem to grab it. So as much as it's 97, 98, the assignment was clear. Beat Man City, you will go on and win the league. And you didn't do it.
All right, guys, listen, you both had some really, really strong points that you both put across. But now, this is...
What about him spending? Sorry, what about him spending? What about Liverpool spending 400 million this summer?
Net
Is
spend,
that not
man.
going to be mentioned?
Net spend is the same as
400 million
Arsenal's.
on Florian Wirtz, 116 million on Florian Wirtz. You know, are you fancying him? Yeah.
I
You
think
fan-
Wirtz is, honestly, Wirtz is a good footballer. You know what, in the final third, been poor. I'm going to just fully accept that. But if you actually watch him, I know.
You didn't give
Nah,
Paul Pogba
listen.
this grace. You didn't give Paul Pogba this grace.
Paul Pogba
You
was
didn't
about
give-
for 4 years.
You didn't give him
man.
this
He
grace.
didn't
The
do-
minute Paul Pogba touched the Premier League, they were on to him. Now
I
we've
liked
got.
Paul
Now
Pogba.
we've
I
got to
thought
give
Paul
him
Pogba was calm.
Florian Wirtz.
But
Nah.
it clearly wasn't working over a long period of time. He's
We'll
getting
see.
slapped against Liverpool, man. He's involved in these games. He's getting battered by 5 goals. Yeah, it just wasn't working.
We'll see
We
if
haven't
it
had that
happens
with
with
Wirtz
Florian
yet, you know?
Wirtz.
We'll see, man.
All right, well, we'll see anyway what happens at the end of the season as well. I mean, there's definitely a big gap between the pair of you. You want to
Meteoric.
sum it up on that level. But listen, I'm going to give you guys one last opportunity now with some closing statements before we, see who really settled it today. So this is your opportunity to just close it off with something fiery to just settle it.
Look, listen. Liverpool, in my opinion, look, we are the biggest club in England when it comes to European trophies. All right, we are not just we're not just a team that wins stuff domestically. We go onto the continent and we beat everybody. This is what we do. This is what we have done over our history. We are incredible now. We were incredible in the past. There's the childhood time, the Premier League, the start of the Premier League, bad times choose to be bad. The TV revenue, all of this jazz, a very new audience globally. I totally understand that. When we actually look at the details in the continent we're in the country that we're in, we are bigger than you, based on the silverware that we win, based on our history, based on right now. I don't think you can argue with. I don't see how you can argue with that.
It's not enough to have won one more. If it was 10 trophies more, 13 trophies, whatever, I would understand it. But it's only one trophy. You win one trophy now and we're level. It's nothing. Then we're having a whole different conversation. I don't think it should be like that. I think it's the metrics. As you said, yes, you have the most trophies. But I said the fan base. I said the revenue, the club, the stadium size. You're not trying to still build Anfield. Every year there's reconstruction at Anfield. You're never going to be Old Trafford.
You should probably do some reconstruction at Old Trafford.
You're never going to be Old Trafford.
I was
It's never going to
You
be
probably want to
Old
rebuild that at some point because it's
And
falling down.
when we do, that it's going to be the Wembley of the North. The proof's in the pudding at the end of the day. When all metrics, except from trophies, which he's hanging on to, Man United blow Liverpool out the water. And that, for me, it goes without saying.
All right, do you feel like you've been blown away? Do you want to
Nah,
settle it?
blow
Say
out of the
culture,
water is
Cams has-
crazy, realistically. Youth academy and
Yes.
a manager who is, in fairness, an absolute great, is it's just for me, like, it's culture.
Within.
It's culture. I get that.
within.
It's culture. But it's not enough for me.
Like,
It's
who's
not enough.
All right, guys, we're going to leave it there. I said one statement.
Your greatest player is
You both got
greatest
across
man,
a
you're
statement
Scottish.
Your
each.
greatest player is
What are you talking about?
Kenny Dalglish. She's Scottish.
All right, you both got
It's
across
not
a
from within.
statement each. So I'm going to give you both an opportunity now to say whether you just want to settle it and say, right, yep, you guys have won.
We'll let the players settle it.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll let the players settle it.
Let the players won this season.
Anfield, hey, listen,
Don't
you
do
never
that.
know.
I'm
You
talking
never
about
know.
this moment now after the debate we had today. Does either of you want to settle it?
We'll let the comments settle it, man. Come on.
The comments,
My
if you're
guy, bro.
smart, you know.
Smart.
All right, guys. So, all right, I'm going to take it as you don't want to settle it.
I feel like I won.
You
I feel like I won.
Do you agree with that?
Nah, man.
I feel like I won.
Do you feel like your points were stronger?
Yeah, I feel so.
No, I don't think so. I think I won. I don't think we're going to be able to settle it, but I think
We'll
I
agree
won.
to disagree, man.
All right,
Yeah, we're
cool.
gonna have to.
I'm going to take charge then. I've taken in both of your points, both of your statements that you put in, your stats, everything you've said. And I must say, it was definitely firing. You guys had some very, very strong points. But if I have to settle it right now with one winner, it's going to have to be, forgive me for saying this as an Arsenal fan, Culture Camp.
Thank you. What an impartial. You see this?
Can't believe I
Impartial.
spotted you at the
Well
start. We had
done.
something
You see this?
special.
And this is Arsenal right here as well.
Listen,
Look.
I'm neutral today.
Good
Yeah?
doing
Just keep
business
it
with you.
neutral.
Good
Just
doing
keep it
business.
neutral.
Good doing business. Hey, good doing business with you too, mate. Thank you very much.
Ridiculous. Outrageous.
All right, guys, what a show it's been. Big thank you to Culture Camps for representing Manchester United, and a big thank you to FNG for representing Liverpool. It was definitely some fiery rounds for sure. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. See you soon.